Hey, check out my book on Amazon.com, Home Sweet Tiny House by D.A. Larson.
Please enjoy our tiny house tour. Here are some of the details.
Just looks like a red barn. We did do quite a few things inside to make it a little more livable and fun. Instead of being just a regular shed, we did quite a bit of work. Insulated the walls and put in a little kitchenette. Some shelves. I'll explain a little bit about the electrical in just a second. We've got our little table. Little click-clack sofa over here on one side. That turns into a bed. We also have a loft that goes up top. And you can see we've got a little loft space bed up there. That's a full size. It's about 4.5 feet wide. And then over on this side, one of our little guys sleeps, and that's about 3 feet wide for another loft there. Way up at the head is another little bed. So it's a 10 by 12 shed, and so we've got plenty of space, especially up in the loft. Plenty of space as opposed to a tent. There's a bathroom in the corner. It's fairly simple. Open it up, and you can see the sink. We're totally off grid here, so this is our version of a sink. Just push this down and you have water. There's a little wash basin, your hand sanitizer, and your soap, and there you go. A simple little bucket porta potty. I think they call this luggable loo, is on the seat, and we just line that with a little plastic bag and take it with us when we go. We do have a fancier little porta potty, but to be honest, this is just easier. And yeah, it's not very fun to go to the bathroom in a porta potty, you could say, but it's simple, it's easy, and I'd rather have this than a composting toilet that I have to nurture and work on. But this is not a living space for us. This is just a visiting space. So, a couple nights here, and we've got a little convenience store about 2 or 3 miles up the road. So we're, you really want to take care of your business in style, you can always go up there. Little table and chairs. This I made, and it can be detached from the wall. It's just on with a couple of hooks. You look down in here, so this whole thing can lift off, fold up, and go in the corner. These legs here are also on hinges, so they can fold up, if that makes sense. A lot of people have the kind that the table drops down, and then you have the little stand that comes off the wall and supports the table. But this table is it's bigger than most. It's almost 4 feet this way to allow for a little bit more people around the dinner table. So we wanted to make sure that it had plenty of stability, and one of those little leaves that comes out just wouldn't have supported it. So we've got real legs. Electrical. So on the outside, we've got a generator, little Honda, 1000 or 2000 generator, and it's nice and quiet. I hook it up to the outside, and it's got a surge protector as well as GFCI protector. And then I came over from here and plugged in this. It may not be the most efficient thing, but we've got a little hot plate right here. This will boil our water and cook some things in the frying pan. We do pancakes and things like that. Heat some water for oatmeal and hot chocolate. It does what we need. In about 8 minutes, we'll get the water boiling. Maybe 10 minutes tops, get the water boiling. So it seems to work. And it doesn't tax the generator too much. Here's a little fireplace. It's electric, and it does heat this place pretty well. In about half an hour, we can go from about 35 degrees when we arrive to 65, 70, and it's quite comfortable. We just keep it on, and that way, if you're going in and out of the door, this overcomes the cold air that you may let in. It's such a small space, it heats up quick, but it also cools down quick if you open up the door. Anyway, this is our humble little abode. Again, it started out as just a little Heartland shed, and we insulated the walls, put up paneling. This particular type of paneling here is actually just fencing material. It's a cedar fencing, and I put the stain on and trimmed it all the way around. I did run the wires for the lighting up here, the lighting here in the kitchen, and the lighting in the bathroom. Up through the walls and over to the same place. And so literally you just have to come over and click the little lights, click, and it'll come on when the generator's running. So here's our little Honda 2000 generator. Super quiet, always easy to start. Starts the first time. You just got to keep oil in it and gas, and every once in a while clean that filter and you're good to go. If you don't know how to do that, look on YouTube. Great videos for that. I bought this one used. They run forever. I paid about $600 for it. Brand new, they're $1,000. So anyway, but it does all of our power needs here. It does have a cool little eco mode right here, and it says on or off. And when you put it in eco throttle, it reserves the gas a little bit. We can run the heater. The heater can run for about 2 hours on maybe a gallon of gas, so it's pretty efficient. It might not be as efficient as some, wood burning systems or some other things that I've seen, but it certainly suits our needs, and then we can take this thing with us and go. And this is really the expense of our electrical system. Way out here in the boonies, if you have solar panels and other fancy stuff on your shed, it's gonna tell people, hey, I've got some cool stuff in here, and somebody might just help themselves. So I like the ability to just take our system and go. This unplugs here, and I put this way up inside, up in here, so it doesn't show. And our portable system is transported.
So, are you ready to build your tiny house?
A tiny house project can be more fun, much faster, and way cheaper than you think. The two biggest barriers I always hear about are the cost and the time commitment. Now, I've seen many mobile tiny homes that run $30,000 to $50,000 or more. Many people brag that they have been able to create a tiny home for only $15,000 or $20,000. Granted, some of these expensive little homes have some very cool features, including rain catchment or extensive solar or wind technology, etc. The total cost to build my off-grid mobile tiny house was $3,900, including the furniture. Not $15,000, not $30,000, not $50,000. Now, I did this along with my wife and 2 young boys in less than 3 months, part-time. I will show you how to do this on your own, and I think that my tips can help you do it faster and less expensively than I did. This video and my book in much greater detail can help you create what's best for you.
And hey, if you found the video helpful at all, please, I would sure appreciate a thumbs up